Good timing? Well, that depends how you look at it. Steve Crowder is a friend. I'm proud to call him a friend. He's on the show every Wednesday with Loud with Crowder. Steve, how are you, my friend?
I'm overworked, overtrained, underrested, and apparently still tough enough to take a full shot in the button from a union thug. So it's another day above ground. All
right. Now, for those who haven't seen this, and I would think that most people have, this has not only gone viral, it's been on pretty much every news station. We're going to see now a minute and a bit of what happened when Steve was in a completely non-violent way interviewing union protesters in Michigan. You'll hear a lot of bleeps because there was some quite bad language, but it's about 1:10. Please watch all of this now.
What is it about right to work that you oppose so much?
Whatever you oppose about right to work is because it's the freedom to freeload. They can suck all of the parasitical benefits and the hard wages that unions have negotiated, and they get it for free.
Already destroyed one tent. Leave the tent alone.
Get the out of my face!
Don't tear down the tent.
Get the out of my face!
You hurt a lady in there.
You're addressing me. I ain't hurt nobody.
You hurt
the out of my face!
Back
the up!
Stop tearing down the tent.
Back the up!
Okay. You just assaulted me, buddy. Hey. He's got a gun! We don't want anybody to get hurt.
I'll kill a motherfucker with a gun! I killed 20 motherfuckers with a gun!
Hey! Leave it alone.
To make sure they saw, there is a woman there, probably weighs 110 pounds, who was in that tent when it was pulled down. You're physically assaulted. Where the hell are the cops? This must have taken 20-odd minutes. Where are the police?
I don't know. You know, this is the first time. Actually, I've never really watched tape since uploading it. It gets me a little choked up. And the reason for that is when I was in there, it's you know, whatever happens, happens. When I came home, then my wife watched that video. It was literally like she was physically being hit herself. Every single blow, she just was just crying and uncontrollably, just convulsing. And I never want to do that again. I never want to put her through anything like that. There were no cops. This tent was destroyed, was torn apart. It's like a scene out of The Dark Knight Rises. Michael, you expect Bane to walk in and say, "Lansing is yours, do as you please." That's what was going on here. It took about 20 to 30 minutes for these people to destroy and take apart a tent. By the way, for the second time, and no police officers were to be found. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to file a police report by phone because after the assault, I couldn't find any, and the unions circled me and taunted me on my way back to the car, which, by the way, I also have. People are demanding for full, long footage for context. If the hours, more hours than you could ever watch in a lifetime right now that you can see from cell phones and iPad cameras isn't enough, I have plenty more where that came from, so please challenge me on it.
Well, you know, I think in this country the police would have intervened. However, I have experienced, there was an assault on me at York University. Luckily, I had someone with me who was trained in this area. The police refused to press charges. David Menzies was punched by a Muslim fanatic, and the police virtually mocked him and wouldn't even walk back with him and his children to the car to give him some sort of protection. But we can quite easily identify here. We can see the man who he's not pushing you, he's punching you repeatedly. Now, surely even out of embarrassment alone, the police would feel obliged to arrest this moron.
Right. Well, of course. And listen, I went in completely nonviolently asking questions. Did I provoke them? Well, I provoked thought. I provoked debate. I asked them why they were against right to work. I asked them why they would oppose someone who is not union and doesn't want to join a union, why they should be penalized. I asked them these questions, which they thought merited me being punched in the face. Now, and I've been very honest about this, the fact that as they started ransacking the tent, yeah, me and some men went out there while there were women and people in the tent, older people, some people in wheelchairs, by the way, in the tent, and we didn't get violent with them, but we did try and push them off the tent. That is true. We tried to push them off the tent that they were destroying because, as you saw, women were in there. There are poles, there are beams, there were pots of hot coffee, there were hot dog stands in that tent, okay? It was a big tent with a lot of equipment, and they started destroying it. Do you have any idea what that, I just want to paint this picture for you, Michael. Do you have an idea what kind of a nightmare that is? To be a woman, to know that you are outnumbered probably about 300 to 1, thousands of people to only a few AFP protesters, and to literally see the walls of your one sanctum coming in while people yell, "Get the F out of my state! F them up! F them up! One more tent!" Do you realize the terror that goes through your mind when this occurs? I can't tell you how scary it was for these people, and something needed to be done about it. And we went out and, as peacefully as possible, tried to stop the situation. And I was punched several times, blows that went completely unanswered for my troubles, as you can see in the video.
Mm-hmm. Well, this has become the flavor of union protest. The idea that these people are progressive and they care about minorities is just absolute nonsense. They care about more money. That heart attack on a stick, that guy there who probably weighs 400 pounds, I bet he advocates for public medicine. I mean, just the way he's speaking to you, the thuggery and the stupidity and the anti-intellectualism, that they're moronic and they're thugs. Now, let's try and put the argument for them. There were some people, when the guy punched you 3 or 4 times, other people, I suppose, did pull him back?
No, a guy from Americans for Prosperity stepped in and pulled him off when I was Turker punched. Let me tell you something, Michael. This 5'8", 240-pound gelatinous tub of goo wouldn't stand a chance. But I want to say something here, and it's very important. It's not taken as exaggeration. I hate it when people misuse the term literally. It makes me figuratively insane. I believe that if I were to have defended myself in any way, shape, or form, if I were to have fought back, that those people literally would have killed me where I stood.
I think you could be right. Looking at the anger, the animalism on the faces of these idiots, I think that may well have happened. Now, I know you got a couple of cuts. I think a tooth maybe was chipped as well. Thank goodness you're okay. But this is not just, as much as I love you and I want you to be fine, this is not just you now. It is someone who dares to have a point of view contrary to that of the leftist mass has been assaulted. Please tell me that the major networks, or at least conservative activists in the United States, are coming to your rescue and they're going to do something about this.
Not a single main network has covered it, aside from Fox News, and I think they mentioned it on MSNBC. Nowhere on the alphabet networks. And this is what, listen, I'm issuing a challenge to this man. We know who he is. We know where he lives. There's been a price put on his head to be brought in and turned into police officials. I think it's about $7,000 right now. Tony, you can turn yourself in. You can confess. We'll press charges. You'll go to jail. Or if you want out of jail and you sucker punch people, you like to play tough guy, I will offer him to face me one-on-one in a legal, sanctioned, mixed martial arts bout in Michigan. And if he wins, I will match the price on his head and personally give it to the union of his choice. So, Tony, the choice is yours. Go to jail or face me in the People's Octagon for charity, one-on-one like a man.
Is that his name, Tony?
His name is Tony, yeah.
Do you know his surname?
We know who he is. We have his full name.
Okay, but you're not going to...
I'm giving him a chance to come out and do the right thing. It's a slim window here. It's a small window. He can do the right thing.
All right. I mean, I disagree with you about this idea of fighting for charity. I believe in the law. I believe he should be charged. He should be incarcerated. And I think that is clearly... Is it first offense? We have no idea. It may not be. Then he must...
He's a union guy. I very much doubt it's his first offense.
Steve... It is not unique. It's happened to other people. This is now becoming almost routine when it comes to... I report at these demonstrations. I haven't been physically attacked. I've certainly been pushed and shoved. It intensifies. The police sometimes are there. Sometimes there are no cops at all. They're busy out giving parking tickets and asking for more money. But look, we're going to have you on next week. If anything breaks before then, we'll have you on earlier. So please keep in touch with us. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. God bless.